Welcome to your English class. My name is Robert Tyndall, and please allow me to introduce myself really quickly as your instructor. I know that teaching online is an odd modality for classroom learning, and it's possible to feel the instructor is far away, not paying attention, and you can end up even slipping into thinking that the work you're doing is something like Facebook or a social media site. But really, this is the real thing. And really, I'm available to work with you. And I've been teaching online for about a decade now, and I have seen how effective this approach to learning can be. So the first thing that I want to assure you of is that this method works if you step forward and engage with it, just like in the classroom. And of course, it's amazingly flexible. Right now, I'm sitting in my backyard up in the country and being able to teach you from here, where you may be listening to this and watching this right now. I have no idea. So that's part of the fun of these classes. Quick introduction. I have 2 master's degrees from San Francisco State University, which I earned some time ago. One's in English literature, and the other is in teaching English to speakers of other languages. I speak Spanish. I've lived down in South America and Mexico for many years, and have also lived in England, traveled all around Europe, been through India and other places. So my writing tends to be about crossing cultural frontiers and into other states of consciousness. You can go to my blog, which is www.roamingthemind.com, if you'd like to learn more about my work. So let me tell you about what I'm out to convey to you in this course. My experience has taught me that there are 3 things it's possible to effectively communicate to you while we're working together. The first is how to read. A lot of us grow up now facing a screen or getting sort of micro doses of reading. And what the consequence of that is we have a shorter attention span and less of an ability to really absorb ourselves into an argument or a narrative. And the readings I've selected for this semester are really intended to respect your intelligence, while at the same time being interesting and engaging. You can learn from all of them. And part of my approach in teaching is I try not to give you anything extra, anything that's irrelevant. Okay? So I'm doing my best to deliver really good reading to you. And in return, you have the opportunity to engage with some thinkers and writers that are truly extraordinary. And of course, in the class, we're going to unfold everything together and work together, help you learn how to interpret these readings, help you learn how to break them down and how to apply these skills that these readers show to your own writing. So that's the first goal. Not teach you, but reawaken a love for reading in you, or awaken it if you don't have it yet. The second goal is to give you confidence as a writer. Now, there's a basic kind of toolkit, which we're going to be going over this semester, maybe about 3 or 4 principles that when they're applied is going to make a world of difference in your writing. When students complete my class successfully, I often hear reports back saying, my God, a whole world has opened up for me. I can do things I never thought I could do before. I'm understanding things I never understood before. And I'm seeing things I never saw before. So while, again, not working to overwhelm you, because I know you're working people, I know a lot of you have kids, you've got jobs, you've got family situations, all that in mind, the writing assignments that I'm giving you build in a progression, which over this semester is going to create an overall view of how to write basically anything. You can go on and write brilliant emails, applications, your first novel, screenplays, TV commercials, whatever you want to do based on these skills, which are known to all writers, which I'm going to be giving you. What is the third reason? I believe that the third reason is to awaken a sense of your own voice as a writer. For you to not only be confident with the tools that I'm going to give you, but also for you to have a sense of your ability to express yourself in this very strange mode of communication that we have called the written word. In other words, I want you walking out confident that you can speak in your own voice and tackle any project that you want to tackle. Okay, that said, let me give a warning straight out. It's about plagiarism. Every semester, it happens that a good student will get to a point where the pressure becomes such that they may crack and steal someone else's work. That's what plagiarism is. That's where you go online, you copy-paste someone else's work and claim it's your own. I kind of see it as a virus, like it's something you can catch at a certain point in your education process. And if you feed that virus, it's going to grow. So I want to emphasize right from the beginning, not to scare you, but just to remind you that plagiarism is not acceptable in my classes. If you do hit a wall, and we're going to be looking at all the kinds of obstacles that can come up for you, talk to me. I'm here. I'll be around. Anything else for the moment? Let's plunge in. Our first readings are going to be looking at the principles of growing our own minds, basically. They are a TED Talk called Grit, a wonderful article called Brainology, and an interesting study called the Student Fear Factor. And what all of these presentations add up to is an understanding of how it is we can move out of a fixed mindset where we imagine that we have limitations and where we aren't able to accomplish our education goals because of those limitations. What we're going to work on moving into throughout the semester is what Dweck calls a growth mindset. And that is the capacity to step forward with grit and handle any project that you're offered. So this is where we're going to begin. I'm sure there's all kinds of things I've forgotten in this introduction, but let me say it's very nice to meet you all, as will be happening as we plunge into the discussion topics. And I truly look forward to working with you this semester. All right, that's it. See you in the trenches.